everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Sorry about my voice. I got a cold or something after I got back from Pittsburgh. But anyway, today we're going to do update 66, I believe, and show you what I've gotten done. And it's just takes me to another stage, and I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. Okay, gang, the first thing I wanted to show you is that I put a stucco on the outside of this metal building. I don't have the doors and windows in it or the roof on yet, and I'm trying to kind of debating what to do with the roof. I've been thinking about putting Viga beams, holes for Viga beams across, and actually putting a more, well, it's pretty flat already, but doing some sort of flattish kind of roof, but I may use the existing roof. I really don't know what kind of roof I'm going to do yet, but I kind of like the texture and look of the stuccoed exterior as opposed to the metal siding. I think it goes with the era a little bit better. But that's just an update on the stuccoing of the Rick's building, or Pike stuff, whichever one it is. And now let's move on and I'll show you what I've been up to. Okay, what I wanted to tell you guys is that I finally got done ballasting all and filling in, at least with temporary scenery, the scenery all around where I took the double track out. And you can actually see where the double track used to be around there. And I may decide to do something with that scenery, or that area of scenery at some point in time. Pretty happy with it when it comes out of here where the hobo camp is. I think you all have seen the hobo camp. And I got all this ballasted where it goes back to the siding that goes through the town. It's not a perfect match, but it never was, because we're going from the wood tie to the concrete tie, and just tried to disguise it the best I could. But it's not 100%. But I am not worried about it. So I've cleaned off the track. I've tinted it, obviously, stained it, the ballast and everything. So I'm trying to let a train run here, and I'll go back on the backside and show you down the backside of the layout. Okay, starting right here, you can see that I've got all the scenery back in along here where the double track used to be, and got it all ballasted, and I can kind of go panning all the way down there, and you can see that it appears that it never was double tracked. Okay, I was just going to show you guys when I was at the convention, well, before I went to the convention, my fish oil company over there, I had some Sunoco or some Golf or Phillips 66 or something trucks over there. And then I realized that Classic Metalworks had several Texaco trucks out now, and Phillips 66 was not prevalent here in New Mexico, or whatever I had over there was not prevalent in New Mexico. Might have been Sunoco. But Texaco was. So what I decided to do was make it a Texaco facility, even though it's fish oil, private distributor. But anyway, at any rate, I should say, I decided to start amassing a few Texaco tank cars. So I've got an Intermountain, and I've got 5 different numbers of micro trains, and I've got a black micro trains in Texaco. I've got a Texas gas company, an Atlas car. All of them I bought at the convention. And I also have a Texas Natural Gasoline Corporation. I just thought it might fit in there as a private car coming to get some fuel. So anyway, I should have enough tank cars to service the layout and the Texaco facility over there. And I'm going to take you over there and do a little bit of an explanation of what's happening over there. Okay, I was going to also mention too, and I forgot to when I was down at the other end, but I still have to tie in my roads to my road crossings there and down at the other end. And once I get these roads tied back through, I think I'm going to goof around trying to get my signals to work again now that I've made all these track changes. My sensors aren't picking up in the right places, and some sensors need to be moved, and some one of the sensors is not tied in, so the whole gate doesn't work properly. But anyway, we'll worry about that another day. But here's Fish Oil Company, and as you can see, I've I've gotten a few Texaco tankers and a couple of Texaco flatbeds, and as luck would have it, as you all may or may not know, Trainworks is coming out with a Texaco semi and fuel trailer, tandem axle trailer, which I will probably have a couple of also. So I should have plenty of vehicles to also service the surrounding area from the tank cars dropping off fuel here. Let me back up, see if I can back this thing up here without jerking your neck off. Try and do it slowly. And let me move the camera slightly. I also got some micro scale decals to put Texaco on this big tank, and I probably could put Texaco on the little tanks as well, just to give it a tie-in to the brand of oil that they're distributing. So I will get around to that at some point in time. And aside from that, that's about all that's gone on. I'm going to do one little last explanation here of what I did in conjunction with ballasting the track, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, the only other thing I wanted to say about the ballasting that took place back there in the back, and down at the other end, of course, is that I've always kind of been a little bit plagued with, once I've done that, you know, the only option I have is vacuuming with my shop vac, which is a little overkill in some places. It's not bad for the main track, but some places where you slop ballast onto the road or something like that, I've always used a brush to sweep that off into the surrounding area and then try and vacuum it off, or just simply glue it down. But I'm going to go back to one of my favorite products, the dust dabber again. What I did this time is I took a wad of dust dabber out, and basically, like if I got it on the road or something, you know, I would just rub it on the road to just loosen it if it got stuck a little bit with the glue, and then I just used the dust dabber to go back through and pick it up and freshen up the road. And I even did it along the ballast and down the center of the track. You don't want to roll it on the center of the track or anything, and you don't want to drag it because you don't want this goop to get stuck in the track, of course, or a turnout or something. But it did work well to pick up excess. And what I did is I just took my finger in between the track and ran my finger down all the way along the area that I had ballasted to just loosen up the pieces that just happened to migrate up into there, and then just went along with my wad of dust dabber and just dabbed those pieces out. Anyway, that's how I cleaned up the road and along the right-of-way and down the center of the track and everything, and it worked extremely well. I've also found the dust dabber handy when I go around the track with my cleaning block, because my cleaning block tends to shed the little silicone particles and stuff, and I find that if I clean the track with that, the abrasive pad, and I go back with the dust dabber and just dab the track where I've cleaned, it tends to pick that up, and I don't get the rough running of the locomotive the first lap or so that I run it around. Of course, I guess I could also run the alcohol pad around, or a dust monkey or something like that. But it's just a suggestion. But I did find it handy to clean up little shards of plaster that were laying around as I went, and things like that, that when you're doing deconstruction, those little pieces of plaster tend to get everywhere, and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I found the dust dabber to be handy to pick all that up again. So anyway, I guess that's probably about all I have for you today, I believe. My next thing is to go around and put people back up that I've knocked over. I've knocked details off of buildings. I don't think you can see it in the camera. It's not that important. I'll move over this way. Anyway, the windmill over, wherever it is, the windmill over there, I knocked the blades off the windmill. I've already reattached that. I'm thinking about swapping that windmill out for the Yesteryear Creations etched brass one, because it's a little more detailed than the one that's there. And when I do, I'm going to add a pipe off of the pump into the water tank there, and it just, you know, the small details. As you go around the layout, you never seem to finish. There's always little small things that you can add that you forgot you missed. So, oops. Of course, we never make switching mistakes. But anyway, that's pretty much it for today, guys. And I'm still leaning towards putting an ice dock along there in between these two tracks if I can find one I like. And I think I like the ice platforms off of the the Walthers kit, but I like the structure off of the GC laser kit, so I may combine the two to make an ice dock along there, and it'll actually just fit in that whole section. Let me swing the camera around just a little bit more. I think the docks are 9 7/8 or something long, and that will just fit in the length of this area right here. So then I could just put a building out here, cover up any of the concrete that I don't want to leave there. I know a lot of people are going to be really sad to see some of that concrete go, but there again, it's not positive, but that's what I'm thinking about doing there, a double-sided ice dock. So we'll see how that goes, and like I say, it'll be just going around the layout and re-gluing some things that I've knocked over, knocked off, that kind of stuff. Nothing really exciting until I get to work up back on the yard over there, or pick one of these areas and start doing a structure or something. But when I do, I'll be back with the next update, and for now, I guess that's about it. You know, I decided I had forgotten to tell you guys one thing too. The only other thing I haven't done in the way of track work, but it's on the underside of the layout here, on the lower level, is the train comes in on this track back here. And since I blocked off this track everywhere else, I can't very well leave this double crossover in here, because if I happen to leave this double crossover thrown the wrong way and take a train out of here, I could potentially get on the wrong track and run into the backside of one of my my old existing double tunnel portals over there and have a major malfunction. So what I've got to do is figure out how to come in here where the train's coming right now, and just put a number 6 in here, and take a number 6 into the yard at both ends and get rid of these two double crossovers once again. As a matter of fact, I don't think I have any double crossovers out there anymore now that it's all single track. So it'll be the removal of each one of these on each end again. So anyway, I forgot to add that. And anyway, guys, have a good day. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that update, 66. And as usual, thanks for watching, and I hope we'll see you the next time.